This is probably going to be quite a random video. So recently on my Discord server, we hosted a micro Hogwarts building competition, and I thought, why not? Let's give it a shot. You know what? Let's challenge myself. Let's use no reference photos, nothing whatsoever, and just try to build a micro Hogwarts and just go through the whole process. In this one episode, we'll complete it, we'll do all the landscaping, and the only rules are I'm allowed to use wood edit, and that is absolutely it. No reference photos are allowed. I'm pretty sure I know Hogwarts very well. Obviously, I spent a lot of time building it and studying it, so I think I should be fine in that aspect. But the main tricky bit is going to be working with scale, since the complex shapes of the Astronomy Tower, the bell towers, it is going to be quite complex, and so I think it'll be fun to try out. There will be a download once the map is done for my Patreon members, and let's say 150 likes for a free world download for everybody else. And so I guess we just get straight into it by building the viaduct entrance, which is kind of, I mean, it's where I start off every single Hogwarts build. It's just the viaduct entrance. It's just a special place in my heart. And so just go ahead and get started. And there we have it. That is the front face of the viaduct courtyard, and I must say it does look pretty cool. Obviously I had to use some of the resource pack to help create these small thin beams between these three windows in this small area. But anyway, let's go ahead and now build on the back side of the viaduct entrance. And there we have it, that is the viaduct entrance now complete, and I am pretty happy with it. I did find the back towers a bit annoying to make since they are 2x2, and of course you can't do much with a 2x2 tower, so I just had to try my best with some walls. It just look okay. And then we do have this back window right here, which is a detail on the model, and so I guess we should now just go ahead and add on the area of the central tower and begin the area of the long gallery, and of course the Durham wings that come out towards here. And there we have it, that is the central tower now done, and of course the two wings of Durham. And yep, this one is slightly longer than the one on this side, which is just accurate to the model. The central tower was quite funky to make, since, well, it's a 5x5 area, you can't really do much with that shape, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Of course, preferably there'll be one window here, and sort of one there and one there, but that's not really possible, and so I'm pretty happy with it. It does look quite nice, and I guess all we're down to do is just complete the long gallery over here, and then basically just copy this design over onto the bell towers at the back. And there we have it, that is now the long gallery right here and the two bell towers at the back. And I must say, it does look very nice. And of course the bell towers are a very similar design to the central tower, just replacing the windows with these slabs, and of course using the walls down the bottom. And I really like using the walls in this technique, using wood edit to create the walls so they don't actually link together, but it does create a very nice design for the design of the bell tower. And I must say, it looks very nice from this angle right here. Of course, we are using the exact same technique of the birch trapdoors to create the three windows in this very thin area, and it does look very cool. I must say, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. And so I guess now all we can do is just add in the Transfiguration courtyard around here, and then we can move on to the Astronomy Tower. And there we have it, that is the Transfiguration courtyard now built. Obviously it was very simple, just a straight line, and then of course this repeated design here, and of course the training grounds tower right here. And I did take a few attempts to get the courtyard the right size so that the astronomy tower would fit in this gap right here, and that this bridge across here would fit into the right area on the west wing. But I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. It does look very cool, I must say. I'm very happy with it. But let's go ahead and add on the astronomy tower. And I think it is going to be quite difficult since it does have quite a complex design in a very small space to deal with. And of course here is the Transfiguration courtyard, which I think is quite small. We've got like the cute little cloisters going around the edge, and I am pretty happy with it. It does look quite cool from this angle right here. It looks very similar to my own Hogwarts on a full scale one. But anyway, let's go ahead and add in the astronomy tower. And there we have it, that is the astronomy tower now done. I did have some fun messing around with the designs. For example, the windows around the edges, using stairs to create some really thin windows. On the front face, yeah, there's a lot of them, but they're not quite centered. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it looks good from an angle, from like the side, you can't really tell. But from the front, it definitely looks a bit off. Very similar to the training grounds tower, how these are slightly pushed to one side. But I think for sake of design, it is quite nice. And we actually did manage to put in some of the maculations going around the edge, just smash one in right there as well. I think it looks really, really nice. And so I guess all we now need to do is just head over and build the west wing. And there we have it, that is the beginning of the west wing. Of course we now have the area around the quad, just these four sides here. We have the grand staircase tower, which was actually very easy to build. Actually it came out very well. And of course the beginning of the great hall. And I did use some walls to kind of thin off these windows. They do look a bit too thin, but I think for this scale it kind of works actually. I kind of like it. And then I might actually go ahead and tweak these windows a bit. They do look a bit too big. And so yeah, the next thing all we need to do is just build up the viaduct courtyard, which is of course this area over here. The viaduct connects the two, and then we can work on the clock tower at the back. And then all we need to do is just add in some landscape. And there we have it. That is the main body of the castle. Now done, we now have the clock tower, which I must say, it turned out quite well. It looks very nice. And of course, the quad over here. And I really do like how the windows turned out on the hospital wing. They look really good and accurate. And of course the quad right here, which is so bizarre because it looks so much like my own Hogwarts. It's just at a different scale. And yeah, it's absolutely awesome. You can go across here, go over here. Got the viaduct courtyard over here, and of course the viaducts going across. And that leaves the only thing left, which is basically just to do the landscape all the way around the castle. And so obviously we'll just go ahead and raise it in the air. And I think this is going to look absolutely awesome. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we go, that is the landscape now done. And my gosh, it does look really, really cool. But now I guess the only thing we do need to do is just add the boathouse staircase going all the way down to the lake level down here, which is going to be a bit awkward with all the blocks we have to offer, but I think we can do it. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we have it, that is the boathouse staircase. Very simple design. Obviously, since I'm building this with no reference, I just kind of had to, work my way down. And I believe it's a reasonably accurate design, but obviously this is built entirely without any reference photos, just built entirely by my memory of how Hogwarts is laid out. And I must say, it does look pretty accurate. And I really love how, like, from this distance, it does start to look like a full-scale Hogwarts, which is absolutely awesome. So comment down below if you do see any inaccuracies. I would love to see them. Of course, inaccuracy with like the shaping scale is kind of expected with the kind of scale we're going at. But yeah, of course, if you do want to see other people's micro Hogwartses, they are in my Discord server. A link is in the description. I would love to see you there. A world download will be available on my Patreon page for my Patreon members. However, if we do hit 150 likes, I will release it for free for everybody. And so thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode, which will most likely be another tutorial video. And so I will see you guys all then.